like to welcome everybody on board. My name is David Custer. I'm captain of the boat. Here, let me turn this down just a little bit. There, one, two. That's not the one. That's the one. There we go. Do we have anybody on the boat that does not know how to swim? I'm saying the little ones don't.
They do.
Okay, you don't? Anybody else? Put your hand up, non-swimmers. Okay, so that's 3, including myself, is 4. Okay, well, there you go. Well, they say captain goes down with the ship. It's nice to have company, that's all. In case you're wondering, life vests are located in the forward locker up front. Around the boat are cushions. Temporarily, they can be used as a flotation device. The New York magazine, he went the citizen inspired by what he'd seen that day. Why, he painted a portrait which showed on the cover of New Yorker just in time for Halloween. And that cover portrait, as you can expect, was called the Ghost House. What do you think it looked like? Well, it looked like that house. 18 years ago, that house went on the market. The family who bought it said, we love that old house. Next thing you know, before you knew it, we had 8.5 feet over water over high tide, with winds of 120 mile an hour. Docks, bridges, homes, washed away. More importantly, we lost 9 houses, yes, but we lost 27 souls as well. So when they talk of hurricanes here, yes, we batten down the hatches, do what we can to minimize the damage. There comes a time where you get off the island. It's not nice to hold Mother Nature. Known as Cut-in-Two Island to our right. The old bridge that was between the two halves washed away during that hurricane. Yeah, this bridge, new, just 2 years old. People say, why did it take so long to rebuild that bridge? Well, the truth be known, the people that own one half of the island doesn't get along. As kids, we spent a lot of time up there in that widow's walk up on the 3rd floor. We were not supposed to go up there, but that's why we went. You know how it is when you're kids. You sneak a beer out of the fridge. Where are you going to go? Up to place up there. You start sipping on that beer. We're teenagers. I remember one year, Nancy Harris and I went up there just the 2 of us. That was the year I had my first honest to goodness adult kiss. Ooh, yeah. 13 years old, I'd never been kissed like that before. My socks rolled up and down. I was 13, she was 15. She was one of those cougars you hear about all the time. Absolutely. Glaciers have come over the tops of these islands, knocking all the high points, relocating boulders. In this particular island, cutting trees what we call pockets right along the high water mark. A lot of that region is trapping a significant amount of water at high tide, remain full as the tide drops. And it was said the Indians had used these pools of water to bathe the children of the tribe. Years later, 1846, a man built a hotel on this island and was afraid that people wouldn't come to this hotel because there was soil. How could he have built that house? Well, he was there before 1973. And he promised to keep porta potties on the island containing his waste so that way he could take it home with him, and that's why he's there today. This island here, largest of the bunch. It's called Course Island. 17.2 acres in size. 16 acres in poison ivy. They're in a Newport, New York race, but anyhow, very nice. So as it turns out, the kid was born in Scotland. His father was a minister, a very gruff man. So at an early age, he went to sea as a cabin boy. He, over time, worked his way up through the ranks, and by the time he hit his 30s, he was now in North America, New York. He was being introduced around to all the available women at that point. He's looking to marry. He's not looking to marry a pretty girl or a skinny girl. He's looking to marry a rich girl. A rich girl will be able to buy him a ship. So that way he can then turn around and become a privateer, become commissioned. Once he has the ship and is commissioned now as a privateer, he's working. Okay, go see your daddy. Go get your daddy. Go on, go get your daddy. Up you go. Good girl. Hi, buddy. Good girl. So anyhow, Captain Kid's off of Madagascar, 1698. He's not doing too well. Had taken the ship a long time. When he sees 3 ships on the horizon, which happen to be flying French flags, he takes these ships as he carried out here. Handled many times before finally being applied to the structure of this additional family to drive across the sky high. Houses on these islands, 3 to 4 times as much, sometimes even more. Of course, depending on the materials used to build them. But cement is the most expensive material to bring. Most expensive material to bring out here. It's difficult. lived. The tribes would wade out into the shallows using their feet in the mud, picking up oysters and clams. Beaches were ideal for casting nets, catching small fish to feed the tribe. Occasionally they even harvested seaweed from the water's edge. This would add even more nutrition to the diets. Of course, eventually the islands were traded off to the settlers, homes started to be built. This island first used as a pasture land, however, for a flock of sheep. They really did their damage. They ate everything most down to the milk. Anyhow, as the houses would be built, most of the homes you see on these islands today had been completed by the 1930s. It was the 1920s that you saw excitement out here. This is during the time of Prohibition. Rum runners would sail into the islands at night with contraband liquor